Part 89. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 881. Bad dregs, bad dregs. Zhao Ju opened his mouth and swallowed all the blue gas, hee. It's delicious. Qin Zanfan's talent is really strong, I feel like I've become stronger again. This feeling is so good. Ha ha ha. Zhao Ju laughed like a demon, and at the same time, a layer of thick black fog appeared on his body. This black fog formed a black skeleton sword, which was the treasure Zhao Ju got in the battlefield of the gods, the soul-devouring sword. Feng Qianzhan, the deputy leader of Chengtian sect, once said that the evil spirit of the soul-devouring sword was very heavy and would devour or change the mind of the user. And now Zhao Ju is obviously different from the past. Now Zhao Ju is like a demon. Xiao Zanyun of Beizan sect, Fang Qinqi of Gene Institute, Lu Linfen of Supernatural sect, I, Zhao Ju, am here, your souls all belong to me, I will be stronger after swallowing your souls, hee. By the way, there is also Chu Wei. When talking about Chu Wei, Zhao Ju's face showed a more ferocious and fierce light, as if he wanted to eat Chu Wei alive. Chu Wei, I must slowly peel off your skin, then drink up your blood, and finally eat your soul. I will make you die miserably. After saying this, Zhao Ju stepped directly into the temple. It's strange to say that there are at least hundreds of people from Chengtian sect who entered the battlefield of God this time, but now only Zhao Ju came to the temple. In the battlefield of God, where Chengtian sect had camped before, there was blood and corpses everywhere. Among these corpses, there were two different corpses. These two corpses were big names in Chengtian section. One of them was the corpse of the deputy leader, Feng Qianzhan. The other was the corpse of the guardian Lin Hong. No one could have imagined that all the people from Chengtian sect who entered the battlefield of God this time died except Zhao Ju. And there was a claw mark on the heads of these dead people. Their souls and brain cells were drained. It was obvious that the one who killed these people was Zhao Ju, the first genius of their Chengtian sect. Zhao Ju absorbed all these people to strengthen himself, so he had the fighting power to kill Qin Zanfeng. Inside the weapon gate, Chu Wei and Long Ke had just landed when they saw the fierce battle here. Two geniuses fought to the death for a king's weapon, but in the end, a genius who was ambushing them succeeded in sneaking up on them and took the king's weapon away. Chu Wei watched this scene, but did not take action, because the king's weapon that was taken away was not as good as his own chopping knife and bone sword. The fight here is almost at its most intense, and Chu Wei will not fight with others for a little thing. He wants to maintain his greatest spiritual energy to fight for the best things. Boom. Boom, there are two more people fighting for a piece of armor in the sky. Their superpowers turned into hundreds of meters long chopping knives, slashing each other in the sky. Dare to take my treasure, I will kill you. There are also geniuses fighting for treasures in the distance. Chu Wei looked at the entire space and saw that the entire space here is similar to the previous one, but there are no mountains in this small world. On the contrary, this small world has fountains one after another, and these fountains will occasionally spray out some treasures. Whenever a treasure is sprayed out, it will attract many geniuses to compete for it. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 882. Look, people from the Beizan sect and the Institute of Genetics are fighting over the treasure. Someone shouted in the distance, obviously watching the fun. Although there are many people here busy hunting for treasures, there are also some people with lower strength who know that they can't beat others, so they simply don't compete for the treasures. They were just watching the fun here. Although they didn't share the treasure, at least they didn't lose their lives fighting for the treasure, which was a smart move. Go over and take a look. Chu Wei and Long Ke walked over. What are they fighting for this time? It seems to be a piece of armor for women. It's called soft steel golden silkworm armor. I heard it's a 7th level armor. Now people from the two sects are about to get into a group fight. But it's a pity that Xiao Zanyun and Fang Qinshi are not here, otherwise, it would be even better. As soon as Chu Wei went over and mingled with the crowd, he heard the crowd discussing enthusiastically. Looking forward, he saw two sects divided into two camps and shouting loudly. "You bitch, I obviously saw this armor first. Why don't you show some shame, but you still have the nerve to snatch it from me," a beautiful woman from the Institute of Genetics shouted loudly. She was holding a piece of armor in her hand at the moment. This precious armor is the same color as steel wire, but it is very gorgeous, and the overall radiance is brilliant, even better than the best silk. "Is this the armor made from the silk of the soft steel golden silkworm?" Chu Wei observed secretly. It is recorded in the book that the soft steel gold silkworm is a mutated silkworm. The silk threads they spit out are called soft steel gold silk. The armor made of the silk thread is not only invulnerable to water and fire, but also can defend against hundreds of poisons. In addition, the soft steel gold wire itself is a 7th level material. This kind of 7th level armor is too precious. No wonder the geniuses of the great religions like Beizan sect and Jin Institute also started fighting for this armor. Haha. Isn't it true that in this world, whoever is more capable can get the treasure? Could it be that if you fall in love with a handsome guy, that handsome guy will be yours? Look at yourself, even if you have no breasts, you still have the nerve to come out and compete with me for the treasure. Let me tell you, it's better to hand it over yourself, lest I take action and you accuse me of having big breasts and bully you," said the beauty Lu Yingying from the Beizan clan, who competed with the beauties from the Institute of Genetics for armor. The crowd around, "Wow! Wow! Wow! What a hot scene! Yeah, I didn't expect these girls' quarrel to be so exciting." Chu Wei was speechless in the crowd. They all said that women must be more fierce than men when they quarrel. It seems that this is really true. Just listening to the first sentence of the two people's quarrel, Chu Wei felt that he couldn't stand it. "Shameless Baichi, your breasts are so big. They may be the result of plastic surgery. Although mine are small, they are natural. Unlike some people who have low self-esteem and go for plastic surgery," said Fang Rong, a beauty from Jin Institute. He started to fight in dissatisfaction. "Wow! Wow! This is well said. Awesome, awesome." Chu Wei was also speechless. The girls were scolding each other fiercely, but Chu Wei's eyes were on the soft steel gold silk armor. Just now, Chu Wei actually wanted to take the armor directly. In Chu Wei's eyes, Chu Wei is not afraid of taking care of your genetic institute and your Beizan sect. But when Chu Wei took a closer look, he discovered that this precious soft steel gold wire armor was actually for women, because although it was called armor, it was actually a piece of women's underwear. In this way, Chu Wei could only sigh. If a grown man like him snatched a woman's underwear, he would be afraid of being called a pervert. "I have no choice but to let this armor go." You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 883. You little girl with small breasts, are you not going to give it up today? Do you really want me to do it? Humph, you low self-esteem, plastic surgery bitch, do you think I'm afraid of you? I'll beat you up. Both beauties have very hot tempers. In addition to the two beauties quarreling, the male disciples who were traveling with them also joined in the quarrel. Of course, they joined in to win the hearts of the beauties. The people from the Jin Institute said, "I wonder how you people from Beizanmen are so shameless. A person who has had plastic surgery has the nerve to come out and embarrass himself." The people from Beizanmen said, "Haha, Chen Baixiang, you are the most famous dog licker in the Jin Institute. Do you think Fang Rong will like you if you lick her? I tell you, dogs' lickers can never catch up with goddesses. You are a spare tire forever. Chen Baixiang from the Gene Institute was furious. Zhang Zhao, don't think I don't know about you and Lu Yingying. Lu Yingying had abortions for others several times before. You are now with her, just a scapegoat. Zhang Zhao from Beizanmen couldn't bear it, and said directly, come out and practice if you have the ability. Practice if you want to practice. The two women didn't fight, but the two men who came out to protect the flowers were going to fight. Hey! These two guys are dogs' lickers. Why do dogs make things difficult for dogs' lickers? At this moment, a voice that was not too loud or too small came out carelessly at the scene. In an instant, the scene suddenly became quiet. You have to know that the people who are going to fight now are from Beizanmen and Gene Institute. These two major forces are ranked first and second on the earth. Even if the people of these two forces curse each other, it is their business. Who dares to say that as a spectator? Aren't you afraid of being beaten to death? Soon, Chen Baixiang and Zhang Zhao looked for the person who just said to them, why do you embarrass the dog licker? But they were surprised to find that the person who said this was not a human, but a big blue bird with a pair of dragon horns. Who else could it be if not Lonke, the troublemaker? Looking at the countless eyes around him converging on himself and Lonke, Chu Wei shook his head helplessly again. Lonke is really a troublemaker for thousands of years. Damn, he can cause trouble just by watching others quarreling. You can't refuse to accept it? That, everyone, this is my boss. If you have any complaints, go find him. Lonke felt that the people from the two major forces were all looking at him with unfriendly eyes, so he immediately hid behind Chu Wei. Humph. I don't care who your boss is. Since he is your boss, let's beat him up too. Yes. Damn, he dared to meddle in our business, he's asking for a beating. Chen Baixiang and Zhang Zhao actually joined forces and walked towards Chu Wei and Lonke. Chu Wei, so you are here, I finally found you, he. At this moment, a gloomy voice suddenly came from the back of the crowd. Chu Wei turned around and found that this person was Zhao Ju. Chu Wei? This guy is Chu Wei. The people around were also shocked. They didn't expect Chu Wei to be in the crowd just now and didn't find him. But this is no wonder. Just now, everyone's attention was on the quarrel between Beizanmen and the Institute of Genetics. After recognizing that the big bird was Lonke and Chu Wei, Chen Baixiang and Zhang Zhao stopped looking for trouble. If the opponent was Chu Wei, they would not dare to confront him head-on. Give me back my treasure. At this time, two people appeared out of nowhere and fought in front of Zhao Ju for a piece of armor. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 884. How dare these two pieces of rubbish hang out in front of me, Zhao Ju, seeking death. I saw Zhao Ju sucking his hand, and one of them was sucked directly by Zhao Ju. Zhao Ju grabbed the person's head with his claws and sucked him. The blue gas formed by the man's brain cells was sucked out, and Zhao Ju swallowed it in one gulp. Bah! What a piece of rubbish! I didn't expect that even the brain cells are so rubbish. They are not worthy of entering my mouth, Zhao Ju. Zhao Ju spit out the blue gas, and with a tear sound, he directly tore the man into several pieces with his hands. The scene was very bloody and weird. Ah! How scary! The other person in the fight just now was so frightened that he dropped the treasure and flew away. And he was still yelling, and he was actually frightened by Zhao Ju's actions just now and went crazy. Everyone else at the scene was also shocked, even the people from the Institute of Genetics and Beizan sect were shocked. This Zhao Ju was so creepy. Did Chu Wei see it? This is me now, should you be scared? Zhao was very satisfied with the reaction of everyone just now. Since he was defeated by Chu Wei, when everyone saw him, it was like looking at a laughing stock. It wasn't until just now that he saw everyone's fear and fear of him again in everyone's eyes. He likes others to fear him and others to be afraid of him. Afraid of you, Chu Wei smiled disdainfully. Who do you think you are? Are you worthy? Do you deserve it? These words deeply hurt Zhao Ju's heart, remembering when he confessed his love to Mo Kongxiu at the Chengtian Sex Martial Arts Arena in front of 100,000 disciples and guests. Chu Wei showed up like this and told him that he, Zhao, was definitely not worthy. This is the pain in his heart. Chu Wei, I will definitely make your life worse than death, I will definitely do it. Zhao Ju's eyes with double pupils looked at Chu Wei sinisterly and viciously. There were layers of black energy on his body, like an evil ghost, which made people shiver. At this moment, everyone felt that Zhao Ju was more cruel than before and was an extremely dangerous person. And you, have you ever laughed at me in your hearts? Today I will eat your souls. Anyone who has laughed at me will die. Zhao Ju actually looked at everyone with gloomy eyes. But everyone who was caught by his gaze was shocked and couldn't help but retreat. Zhao Ju, are you crazy? You actually want to kill everyone here. If our senior brothers Xiao Zanyun and Fang Qinqi come over, they will definitely not let you go. Facing the threats from others, Zhao Ju smiled. I can't wait for them to come over, because their souls will make me stronger. Today, I will kill everyone who enters the battlefield of God, and use your souls to make me stronger. Ha ha ha. Zhao Ju laughed wildly, and the black energy on his body became thicker and thicker. In the end, it gathered on top of his head like a black cloud. This made all the geniuses at the scene feel a strong sense of oppression. This Zhao is no joke, he really wants to kill everyone here, it's so crazy. Don't be afraid, everyone. Look quickly. It seems that senior brother Xiao Zanyun and senior brother Fang Qinqi are here. At this time, someone looked at the sky in the distance and shouted happily. Great, the real brothers are here, we don't have to be afraid this time. It's okay, it's okay. Amidst the joyous voices of everyone, two powerful auras, far superior to those of their peers, landed in front of everyone. It was Xiao Zanyun and Fang Qinqi. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzk. Chapter 885. Are you Chu Wei? Fang Qinqi's first sentence was not to look at Zhao Ju, who was full of demonic aura, but to look at Chu Wei. This somewhat ignored Zhao Ju. That's right, Chu Wei said lightly, his tone not exactly friendly. My elders at the Institute of Genetics said that if there is a chance, they will let me take you back. I advise you not to resist. Just go back with me. Fang Qinqi's tone did not allow others to resist, as if his words were orders. The elders of the Institute of Genetics wanted to capture Chu Wei, of course, for the two treasures of Chu Wei's swallowing power and heaven-level martial arts. Ha ha. Ha ha, Chu Wei sneered twice, I'm afraid there's something wrong with your head. If there's a problem, come here, I'll blow your head off. The people around were shocked. I'll go, this Chu Wei is really the same as the rumors say, the kind who will take action if he disagrees with you. But just now Zhao Ju had said that he wanted to cause trouble for Chu Wei, and now Chu Wei and Fang Qinqi had just gotten into each other. Chu Wei had established two enemies at once. Needless to say, Fang Qinqi's strength is one of the most famous geniuses. As for Zhao Ju, everyone had already felt a terrifying aura on his body just now. Now Zhao Ju can definitely be regarded as a first-class master in the battlefield of gods. Chu Wei was immediately attracted by these two people. This battle was a bit interesting. Is it you who injured my junior brother Qin Zhanfeng? Xiao Zanyun, the legendary number one genius among his peers, also looked at Chu Wei and asked at this time. At this time, the crowd was shocked. What was going on? Was Xiao Zanyun going to cause trouble for Chu Wei at this time? In this case, the three geniuses would have to deal with Chu Wei together. Such a situation has never been seen in 100 years. Usually no one dares to challenge these geniuses, so they rarely take action. But I didn't expect that today, for Chu Wei, they would take action together. Chu Wei's eyes turned cold and he scanned the surroundings. What about the three geniuses? Who have I been afraid of? Chu Wei said, yes, your junior brother was injured by me, but he is lucky and runs fast, otherwise, one move will kill him. Ha ha ha, I have long heard that Chu Wei is very crazy. When I saw him today, he was indeed as crazy as the legend said. At this moment, a figure landed on the opposite side of the crowd amid loud laughter. This man was dressed in gorgeous clothes and had a short haircut. He looked clean and handsome, and his eyes revealed a domineering aura that made most people dare not look at him. There is a colorful butterfly beside him. Although this butterfly is a mutated beast, it is very strong. It is already at the 7th level of the king, which is equivalent to a first-class genius. But such a powerful mutant beast was willing to be surrendered by this man and stood quietly next to him. This man's strength cannot be underestimated. Look, it's Lu Linfen. Lu Linfen is here too. Next to him is the dream colorful butterfly. I heard that Lu Linfen said he would surrender the dream colorful butterfly when he entered the battlefield of gods. Unexpectedly, he actually did it. Someone exclaimed. The dreamy colorful butterfly is almost a king-like existence among mutant beasts. It is a powerful existence among mutant beasts on weekdays. Moreover, I heard that after dream colorful butterfly reaches adulthood, she can directly enter the realm of the emperor, and will have the opportunity to enter the realm of demigods in the future. She is simply one of the most powerful people. But I never expected that such a powerful and potential mutant beast would actually follow Lu Linfen. This is enough to prove that Lu Linfen's strength and potential are more powerful than that terrifying dreamy colorful butterfly. What? You don't like my crazy too? Chu Wei asked coldly. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 886. The crowd around was shocked. Oh my god, this Chu Wei is too tough. With this tone, is he going to offend Lu Linfen as well? Is he going to challenge all the top talents by himself? This scene is simply unimaginable. For a moment, the air at the scene seemed to solidify. Everyone knew that the fiercest battle between the top talents in the battlefield of God might break out soon. Ha ha ha, brother Chu Wei, don't misunderstand. I'm not your enemy. Do you still remember Lu Xiao? Lu Linfen suddenly asked in a friendly manner. Chu Wei frowned slightly. Of course I remember. How could he forget this little princess-like beautiful girl? When he first came here alone, this little girl fed him food. Chu Wei had long regarded her as his own sister. Fortunately you remember her, otherwise the little girl would be sad. She often mentioned you to me and said how great you are. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Lu Linfen, Lu Xiao's elder brother. Thank you for taking care of Lu Xiao, Lu Linfen said generously. Then Lu Linfen looked at everyone at the scene and said proudly, I, Lu Linfen, will fight side by side with Chu Wei today. If anyone wants to deal with Chu Wei, start with me, Lu Linfen. Everyone was shocked. They never expected that Lu Linfen and Chu Wei actually had such a relationship. The situation that Chu Wei was supposed to fight 1 against 4 was instantly broken. The current battle situation seems to be Chu Wei and Lu Linfen, 2 first-class geniuses, fighting against Zhao Ju, Fang Qinqi, and Xiao Zanyuan, 3 first-class geniuses. In terms of numbers, Chu Wei is still a little weaker. Chu Wei did not expect that Lu Linfen was actually Lu Xiao's elder brother, and even more unexpectedly, Lu Linfen would come out to help him directly. Although Chu Wei was not afraid of anyone, He had to say that if Xiao Zanyuan, Fang Qinshi and other four geniuses joined forces to deal with him, then even if he was invincible, he would probably have to fight a bloody battle today. However, Lu Linfen came out to help him at this time, so it would be much easier to deal with other people. Lu Linfen, do you want to save Chu Wei? But can you save him? Fang Qinshi looked at Lu Linfen dissatisfiedly. If you want to fight, I'll accompany you. Lu Linfen was more direct. Okay, I heard that you have made great progress recently. I want to see what you can do. Then you try it. Boom. Boom, the two flew into the sky and started fighting directly. When they started, superpowers attacked in patches, and the whole sky was covered by their powerful superpowers. The huge spiritual energy swept around like a hurricane. Fortunately, this is the battlefield of the gods. If it were other places, maybe the mountains and cities would be destroyed in their fight. Now two of the five top-notch geniuses are fighting, leaving Zhaoju, Xiao Zanyuan, and Chu Wei in opposition. My junior brother Qin Zhanfeng was killed by you, right? At this moment, Xiao Zanyuan suddenly looked at Zhaoju and spoke. What? Second senior brother is dead. Many people from Beizanmen were shocked. They only knew that second senior brother Qin Zhanfeng was injured by Chu Wei, but now it seems that second senior brother is dead. And he died at the hands of Zhaoju. He. That's right, Zhaoju admitted directly, his soul is not bad, it makes me stronger. I think your soul is not bad either. What? Are you so eager to die with your junior brother? Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 887. Xiao Zanyuan said calmly, although my junior brother is proud, he asked for it when he challenged Chu Wei and was defeated, but you killed him while he was injured. You deserve to die. He. If you want revenge, then come and do it. Just in time, I can't wait to eat your soul. Zhaoju was not afraid at all. Chu Wei, although my junior brother was injured by you, as I said, he asked for it, no one is to blame. The grievances between our Beizan sect and you have been wiped out with one stroke. Xiao Zanyuan said to Chu Wei before the battle. Chu Wei nodded and agreed. He is not the kind of person who is completely unreasonable. Xiao Zanyuan is not targeting him, and he will naturally not find trouble to go against a top genius like Xiao Zanyuan. Xiao Zanyuan and Zhaoju looked at each other. Spiritual energy was brewing in their bodies, and a war was about to break out. The crowd around them looked at the scene in front of them and then at Chu Wei. They originally thought that Chu Wei was going to fight four people one by one. However, now there is a shocking turn of events. The other first-class geniuses are all taking action, but Chu Wei has become the most laid-back one. Together with them, we became a crowd. Drink. See what Zhaoju is really capable of now, Zhaoju shouted, and the black weapon on his body appeared on his back like a huge skull. There are 2 points of blood-colored light in the skull, making those who see him tremble with fear. Everyone, please step back, someone said. Depending on the situation, the battle between Zhaoju and Xiao Zanyuan was no small matter. If he was injured by the aftermath of the battle between the two, he might also be seriously injured. As people retreated, Zhaoju's body shook, and the skulls behind him turned into 10 turned into hundreds, and hundreds turned into tens of millions, densely packed into the sky. Go. Go and rip out his soul. Zhaoju waved his hand, and thousands of skeletons headed towards Xiao Zanyuan with miserable screams like ghosts crying and wolves howling. Thousands of skeletons attacked, and the sinister wind gusted, making the surroundings look like a ghost killing people. Unparalleled combat skill boxing. Xiao Zanyuan's eyes were dull and he simply punched. However, with such a simple punch, the entire space in front of him was shaken. Countless amounts of gang qi surged out from the fists, destroying all the skulls in an instant. The originally gloomy space immediately became clear. Demon heretic, Xiao Zanyuan said coldly. In the first blow just now, Zhao Ju's move was easily neutralized by Xiao Zanyuan. He, I just tested you. You are indeed strong enough. It seems that you are qualified to see it. As Zhao Juan laughed, a mark of a small sword appeared on his forehead. The small sword was a long skeleton sword surrounded by black mist. The black mist around Zhao Ju's body emanated from the small sword. Suck. Zhao Ju sucked on his forehead, and the small sword mark began to leave his forehead. As it left, the mark became larger and larger, and soon turned into a real skeleton sword in Zhao Ju's hand. When holding the long sword, the black mist around Zhao Ju became thicker, and at the same time, Zhao Ju's eyes, ears, and nose were filled with black mist. At this moment, Zhao Ju was like a real devil. Soul-eating sword? It's a weapon left behind by the evil heretic old man soul-eating 500 years ago. I didn't expect you to dare to merge with the soul-eating sword. You have become a demon. I'm afraid you will kill all the people who come from the Chengtian sect this time. Bar. Xiao Zanyuan asked coldly. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 888. Zhao Ju, you are worthy of being the first genius. Xiao Zanyuan, you have a good eye. You are right, this is the soul-devouring sword. As for those trash of Chengtian sect, they were naturally killed by me. The soul-devouring sword has been meditating for so many years, and it needs their souls to be unsealed. This is their honor. Stupid. The people around were all shocked. Zhao Ju actually killed the people of Chengtian section. This is a betrayal of the teacher and ancestors, and it is a great rebellion. Such people will be cut into pieces no matter which sect they are in. I didn't expect that Chengtian sect would have a traitor like you. Do you know how many people the soul-devouring old man killed with this sword 500 years ago? And he is a traitor among humans and a running dog who surrendered to aliens. You actually inherited his weapon. You are really a beast. Xiao Zanyuan looked down on Zhao Ju's behavior. A beast? Ha ha ha. In this world, the winner is the king and the loser is the bandit. When I defeat you and everyone here, I will be able to obtain the inheritance of God. At that time, I will be the best in the world. Who dares to scold me? I will suck all your souls. I, Zhao Ju, will be the strongest. I will kill all those who disobey me. Zhao Ju raised his head and roared. The black mist in his body turned into human faces one after another, floating beside his body. Some of these faces were crying, and some were roaring. It was very scary. It's so scary. What happened to Zhao Ju? Didn't you hear what senior brother Xiao Zanyuan said just now? Zhao Ju merged with the soul-devouring sword, which is a recognized magic sword, so Zhao Ju is now a devil. Oh my god, this Zhao Ju really has no humanity at all. He actually killed so many people. I really hope senior brother Xiao Zanyuan can kill him. Chu Wei listened to the words of the people around him and looked at the skeleton sword in Zhao Ju's hand. This sword was too weird, or too evil. Because the long sword was not made of ordinary materials such as genius treasures. The long sword seemed to be made of human bones, muscles and flesh. According to the records in the books, there was once a powerful weapon refiner who used a living person with a special physique to refine a long sword, and then used this sword to suck blood and souls. Through this means, the weapon refiner gained powerful strength. This powerful weapon refiner is the soul-devouring old man. It is rumored that in order to gain more powerful strength, the soul-devouring old man looked for strong people everywhere, and then used the soul-devouring sword to absorb their souls to strengthen himself. The soul-devouring old man's actions would of course cause dissatisfaction among all the strong people, so a war broke out. At that time, dozens of strong people in the Emperor realm ambushed and wanted to kill the soul-devouring old man, but what they never expected was that the soul-devouring old man killed all of them. Moreover, he devoured their souls, and after this battle, the soul-devouring old man not only did not die, but became even more powerful, and suddenly became a strong man in the semi-god realm. As a result, everyone on earth was scared, fearing that this old man who sucked human blood and souls would suddenly come to their country and kill everyone. Faced with such fear, many kings at that time found Xian, that is, God, hoping that he could take action. Xian was the belief of mankind at that time. In order to protect mankind, Xian fought against the old man who devoured the soul. Xian was too powerful. Even if the old man who devoured the soul could suck people's souls and his methods were cruel, he was definitely not Xian's opponent. However, the old man who devoured the soul had many methods. Although he was defeated, he was not killed by Xian, but escaped. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Sci-Fi. Chapter 889. The escaped soul-eating old man defected to the aliens in a blink of an eye, and dealt with Xian in the final battle between the aliens and Xian. However, now the soul-eating sword has reappeared, but the soul-eating old man has disappeared. It seems that the soul-eating old man died in the battlefield of God, leaving only his sword. But now, this sword is in Zhao Ju's hands. See the true power of the soul-eating sword. The soul-eating hand, Zhao Ju pointed the long sword at Xiao Zanyuan, and countless big black hands appeared on the long sword, pointing directly at Xiao Zanyuan. There were also countless human faces on the big hands, and they were roaring and screaming. It's like sucking blood and eating meat. Wow! The speed of those countless big black hands was extremely fast, and they actually enveloped Xiao Zanyuan's entire body in one go. Senior brother Xiao Zanyuan. Brother! A group of disciples from the Beizan sect screamed in horror, Senior brother has been attacked. Ha ha ha! Xiao Zanyuan, the first genius of Beizan sect, is nothing more than that. He was tricked so easily. It really makes me feel no joy in fighting. Zhao Ju laughed wildly. Chu Wei looked at Xiao Zanyuan who was hit. His eyes were calm. He had fought with Qin Zhanfeng. Although he didn't know what Xiao Zanyuan's fighting power was, he could be called a myth of the younger generation. He will not be defeated so easily. Kaka. Numerous cracks suddenly appeared in the big hands wrapped around Xiao Zanyuan, and then the blue light inside flourished, and layers of aura were like the sharpest blades, instantly cutting these big hands into pieces. It's not what it should be. Why wasn't your soul sucked out? This is impossible, Zhao Ju looked at Xiao Zanyuan. As long as he is hit by his soul-eating sword, his soul will definitely be sucked out. The opponent has clearly been hit just now. I don't believe it. Give me the soul-eating hand. Zhao Ju once again formed countless big hands and headed towards Xiao Zanyuan. However, Xiao Zanyuan's body did not move, and he could only see the gang qi on his body wrapping him up, like a blue shield, and the gang qi on the shield was like flowing sword qi. As long as the big black hand comes close, it will be directly turned into pieces by the gang energy. It turned out that Zhao Ju's big black hand seemed to have wrapped Xiao Zanyuan just now, but in fact, Xiao Zanyuan had already wrapped himself with his own gang qi, so the big hand shattered. Damn it, your gang qi has reached such a state and turned into blue gang qi, Zhao Ju said fiercely. What is blue gang qi? Someone in the crowd curiously asked the people of Beizan sect. When the people from the Beizan sect saw that Xiao Zanyuan was fine, they patiently explained, the gang qi of our Beizan sect is divided into 3 realms, first colorless, then blue, and finally red. Every time you advance to a higher level, the sharpness of the gang qi will be increased by 10 times. Senior brother Xiao Zanyuan's gang qi is already blue, even the deputy sect leader is only of this color. When the people of Beizan sect explained, they did not forget to express their admiration for Xiao Zanyuan. Okay, okay, the stronger you are, the greater your soul will improve my strength, and I like it even more. Zhao Ju laughed like a pervert again. I'm afraid you won't like it later, Xiao Zanyuan snorted. This time, he took the initiative. Unparalleled combat skill, legs. A burst of blue wind appeared on Xiao Zanyuan's body, and then the next second, his body appeared in front of Zhao Ju. He kicked out with a strong energy that could tear everything apart. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Xu Xiangzike. Chapter 890. Boom, a heavy kick landed on Zhao Ju's chest. Wow! Zhao Ju spat out a mouthful of blood. 10,000 faces soul devourer, Zhao Ju roared, and the countless black humans around him turned into giant faces more than 1 person tall, trying to bite Xiao Zanyuan into pieces. Strong wind, Xiao Zanyuan snorted coldly. A whirlwind appeared on his body, instantly crushing countless faces. Unparalleled fighting skill, fist. Xiao Zanyuan clenched his fist, and the strong energy surged on his fist. When he punched out, there was a black feeling of being pierced in the space. Bang, this punch hit Zhao Ju's chest heavily, and Zhao Ju's body was like a cannonball, flying thousands of meters before stopping. Wow! 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 Zhao Ju squatted on the ground, and the blood spitting out of his mouth was like a faucet, and there were also some fragments of internal organs. Xiao Zanyuan's punch just now was too strong, and it directly injured all the organs in his body. What was even more terrifying was that the opponent's chi actually entered his body directly, almost cutting all his organs into pieces. Unparalleled fighting skills, really good. It seems that I have to use the last resort. Originally, this move was prepared for Chu Wei, that bitch. Since you want to die for him, then let you die first. Zhao Ju had a ferocious face, frantically mobilized the black mist in his body, and the whole space instantly burst into the sound of ghosts and wolves howling, just like hell. Look at me, devouring souls. Bang, a pair of knees suddenly appeared and hit Zhao Ju's chest heavily. At the same time, Xiao Zanyuan's cold voice sounded, "You scum, do you think you still have a chance to attack?" Unparalleled fighting skills, knee strike. Crack. Crack. A clear sound of bone breaking came from Zhao Ju's body. Wow! Zhao Ju violently spurted out a mouthful of blood, with countless internal organs in the blood. At this moment, all the organs and bones in Zhao Ju's body were broken into pieces. At the same time, Zhao Ju's chest was deeply sunken, and his back was bulging, which was caused by the huge force of the blow. Swoosh, Zhao Ju's body flew back like a cannonball again. Why? Why? Zhao Ju struggled to stand up again, but his legs were shaking and he lost his fighting power. Why? Why am I not your opponent even though I got the soul-devouring sword? Why? I don't accept it, I don't accept it. Zhao Ju roared to the sky. Crack. Crack. Cracks appeared on Zhao Ju's body, just like a broken porcelain. Boom, with a sound, Zhao Ju's body directly became countless fragments, and Zhao Ju died. Was it caused by the previous attack? Chu Wei, who saw this scene, said to himself. Just now, in Xiao Zanyuan's last attack, Chu Wei keenly sensed that Xiao Zanyuan forced countless Genki into the opponent's body. Then when the opponent's superpowers and spiritual energy could not be suppressed, the Genki burst out from Zhao Ju's body, directly splitting Zhao Ju into pieces. Unparalleled fighting skills, it's really not simple, Chu Wei gave an evaluation. Xiao Zanyuan's fighting power is really strong and can definitely fight with him. This soul-devouring sword is also a harmful thing. I will destroy you today. Xiao Zanyuan held the skeleton soul-devouring sword in his hand. Don't destroy me. As long as you merge with me, with your ability, we will definitely be invincible in the world. I can absorb other people's souls and get other people's talents. This is much faster than your hard practice. The soul-devouring sword actually spoke human words and begged Xiao Zanyun not to destroy him.